What is going on, YouTube squids? We just picked up the bike that I'm going to be borrowing while my bike is down and up in Chicago. We got a service on it. We had to get an oil change on it, had to tighten up the chain and all that stuff. So we're picking it up from that, and this is going to be my first time being back on the bike since my accident, actually. Now, I had filmed this video earlier today. I'd filmed this video earlier today, but my mics, for whatever reason, didn't sync to my camera, so it has no audio on the video. So we are actually redoing this video, which is always enjoyable. Yeah, so we're riding. We are now on an R7. It's a 2025, and I was obsessed with the R7s there for a while. Like when I was first looking at buying another bike before I bought the Aprilia, I was looking at the R7. And honestly, I'm kind of happy I went with the Aprilia over the R7, because from factory, just completely bone stock, I mean, it's got a little bit of torque, a little bit of pep, but just for the most part, my Aprilia is night and day better than this. Now, granted, this bike is all stock and my Aprilia is not, so got to keep that in mind. But I like the riding position of the Aprilia better. It kind of hugs you. It's got that wide tank and it just really grips your legs and you don't really slide much. This, it needs tank grippers and it just doesn't have it. So when that engine brake kicks in or when you're braking, you just kind of slide forward. A little annoying, but it's not like the end of the world or nothing. I will say though, this bike, you can really, it's just really flickable. And the Aprilia, even though yes, the movements are good on it, it's just something about it. And it could all be in my head, squids, but this bike just feels like it wants to lean and turn more than the Aprilia. And maybe that's because of the aggressive riding stance that this bike has. Like, for what this is, I don't feel like it needs as an aggressive of stance as it has. But I mean, when they came out with the R7, I'm pretty sure their whole premise behind this bike was to kind of like replace the R6. So they still gave it that same really aggressive stance and everything that the R6 had, but this bike isn't the R6. I don't know. Maybe I'm just chirping over nothing, but I definitely feel like they could have put a slightly better seating position on this bike, something not so aggressive to where you feel like you need to be there. Say hi to my people. Shit, they didn't even look over at me. Probably because this bike is so quiet. And that's another thing, like, this bike with the stock exhaust is so quiet. And I mean, even with the stock exhaust on the Aprilia, they still are real throaty. But man, it definitely feels good to be back on a bike. Granted, my ankle isn't too happy about it, but it is what it is. Shifting is kind of hard. But we got a bike meet to go to in September, early September, on the 4th to be exact. So I gotta get over whatever little pains and belly aches I got. I will say, while I was at the shop getting the service and everything done, I was pricing riding boots and stuff, which I've wanted them anyway for a while. And I was actually, the day of my accident, I went to Cycle Gear and looked at riding boots and was gonna buy some, and ended up deciding not to. And Squids, I think if I had gotten those boots, I don't think my ankle would be messed up. So I know you hear everybody preach riding gear and everything else, and I still like riding in tennis shoes. I probably won't quit doing that altogether, but man, once you get hit or you go down and then you realize what happened and see how easy it could have been prevented just with the proper riding gear, it kind of makes you go, okay, maybe I should start wearing a little bit more gear than what I normally do. Like right now, I don't have a hoodie on. And in my accident, I just had a plain Jane hoodie, not even an armored hoodie, just a regular hoodie. And that saved my back and my arms for sure. I've got one small spot of road rash on my elbow, but just having a hoodie prevents a lot. So, but you know, I'm still staying true to the name. I'm out here in a t-shirt and we're in some really colorful Vans. But also, even if I had riding boots right now, I don't feel like I'd be able to wear them at all, because that ankle is just, it's angry, Squids. My ankle is very angry. Ooh, she got some soul music going. But yeah, like I said, I'm so happy that I'm back on a bike, and especially as I got back on a bike like a week later, which most people, when they get into an accident, you know, they're so messed up, or either messed up physically or psychologically, but they're just so messed up that they don't want to get back on a bike right away. And as soon as I started limping a little less, I was like, well, let's do this. Especially because, like I said, I've got that meet on September 4th up in St. Louis, and I'm not missing that for the world, Squids. I hope to see all y'all there. I can't wait to see the other YouTubers that are going to be there. But I will state one thing that's nice, especially because before my accident, like all the days leading up to my accident and the day of my accident, it was miserably hot. There were heat advisories, extreme heat advisories, and it was just miserable. And right now it is so nice out. Like, does this bike, I know my bike tells the temperature. Does this one say temperature? It doesn't look like it. But I'd say it's like 70, 75 degrees, and it feels phenomenal. There's also like a little throttle delay in the once you get on it, it's just a slight delay, which that might just be I'm not in that power band. I still got to figure out where the sweet spot is on this bike, where it likes to ride at. Get out of all that traffic. I will say I'm still a little gun shy with traffic and cars being around me since my accident, especially like going through construction sites and stuff, because that's where it happened. The car in front of me ended up hitting on their brakes, so I had to hit mine fairly quick, and I came to a stop, and no sooner than I come to a stop, the car behind me wasn't paying attention and ended up plowing into my rear end. Was not ideal in the slightest. So traffic right now is still kind of iffy for me. I don't really like it, but you know, when you're on a bike, that's just part of it. You gotta do what you need to do. Just got the biker wave from a brother. Yeah, a decent looking bagger too. Oh yeah, it's really nice for a change not having incredibly hot air just blowing on me while I'm riding. Just kind of makes everything overall miserable. Woo! Hit a little bit of gravel there, had a little slide. That was sketch. Just felt that front wheel go whoop. Oh, cherries and berries. Ooh, and we got a little state boy hiding in the cut right there. Honestly, what these cops up here are probably doing is blocking traffic so they can get the fair stuff put away. Because we just had the Illinois State Fair, Squids. At least I think it's over. It should be over. It's only here for a week. Yep, they got everything torn down. Actually, that might not be what they're doing at all. I don't know. We got an accident up here? Ooh, yeah, that hurt. Got a truck that didn't see a pole. He came to a very abrupt stop. I don't know who's wanting to get a hold of me so bad. I swear it's like people know when I'm filming and decide they want to call. Check that out. Nice little newer Corvette. I like Corvettes. I'm not much. I don't like them enough to know, like, just by looking. It's like, oh, that's a ZF7 or whatever. I'm just kind of rambling here. Oh wow, I need to fix this. I'm just kind of rambling here, Squids, mainly because, like, I don't really have much to say. I wanted to get out on the bike. I wanted to film a little video for y'all. Try to relearn this bike a little bit before I have to take it on the interstates to St. Louis and ride it in town. And also I wanted to see if my ankle was even going to allow me to shift, which I'm very happy to say that it is. You know, it does hurt, there is discomfort, but it's working out for me. Oh Wow, you're coming to such a stop, dude. You're in a Jeep, man. Go over the tracks. Come on. This guy's got a flat tire. I don't know if y'all can see it. Yeah, this bike, when you're in first gear, it has a lot of engine brake. Which isn't a bad thing, but just it really slides you forward on this tank. I know I've already said that like quite a few times, but it does. Alright, squids, I think I'm going to end the video here because, like I said, I don't have much to say. Just wanted to get out and do a video and get on the bike after my accident. So I'll see y'all in the next video.